You need to be rich. You need to act rich. You need to feel rich before you become rich in your reality. Your money you're putting in your savings account is not making money. And let me tell you something, the banks are making money on your money. Wealthy people always own something, and that could be your own business or that could be stocks. Hey guys, I hope you're all well and staying blessed. In today's video, I'm going to be speaking about how you are about to go into your rich girl or rich boy era. The real reason that most people are not going into their financial abundant life when they really want to is because they look at money as something that is evil. They have this negative connotation towards money. They might have grown up in a household that's not been taught about money, that has literally have no money management. You might be from a poorer type of family, or you might be from an extremely abundant family and you just have no money concept. You might be lacking in the money department at the moment. And if you are, you might be like, well, they don't deserve wealth. Wealth is so evil, like only evil people are wealthy. Like, none of that is true. Like, wealth comes from success, and success comes from driven people that do not give up. So everything happens twice, and I've known this for a long time when it comes to like manifesting like anything. But I'm also reading this book at the moment, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and the chapter I'm reading at the moment says everything happens twice. And what I mean by that is anything that you want you can achieve, but first you must see it in your mind, in your imagination, to then see it in your reality. Like, think of it like this. People that are creating a car, they will literally write down the model and like the idea they have before actually making the car. They're not just like doing it and being like, we're just gonna hope for the best. Someone that builds a house, you know, they lay the foundation, they write all the things down, they find their contractors, they find their builders, X, Y, and Z before actually building that house. You need to do the same in your mind. So that could be anything from writing down the things that you desire in your life as if you already have it. You can then do some prayers, some breath work, some meditations, and be that person that's already financially abundant and wealthy. You need to be rich. You need to act rich. You need to feel rich before you become rich in your reality. And you might be thinking, well, how can I be rich if I don't have money? Like, you can't just go and splash money on things when you don't have money to splash. I completely understand, but there's something called a feeling. You know, when someone hurts you, or maybe you like burn yourself, you have a feeling, like a physical feeling, and a feeling inside of you. Even when you get your gut instinct, you need to be so powerful and in your power that you have this feeling and you're able to create something before it's even created. And let me be honest, this is not going to be for everyone. People that do not understand mindset, manifestation, and actually just becoming a better version of themselves, they're going to be like, yeah, this is not for me. They're going to turn this video off and they're not going to watch the whole thing. They will probably have already clicked out right now. But if you're already watching this through and you're like, I'm going to note down things she's saying, I'm going to actually listen, I'm going to do these things, you are already on the step to becoming wealthy. And things you could do is you could test yourself. You could go into a shop and, like, for example, you could go and see this nice pair of shoes that you might not be able to buy at the moment, but you will because you're going to become so financially abundant. You're going to be able to do whatever you like in your life. Something you could do is you could pick up the shoe, you could try the shoe, and you could have the feeling, and then you can tell yourself, I don't want to buy this today actually, I think I'm going to come back another day. Like, you can give yourself that feeling of what that's like, but don't then walk out of the shop and be like, I can't afford that. Oh, I wish I had the money. If you have that negative mindset and you start thinking, I don't have it, I wish I had it, already the feeling is gone. Like, you have to be positive and you have to know that you're going to afford this and you already afford it in your mind and it's going to come into your reality. Moving on from the mindset side of things, because mindset is number one important, own something. Wealthy people always own something, and that could be your own business or that could be stocks. Literally for me, when I actually started to see real profit, and if you don't know this from my trading videos, I also trade currency, but I invest in the stock market. The stock market gives me interest on top of my money, and I'm able to compound my money that I put in to save, and it compounds. Your money you're putting in your savings account is not making money. And let me tell you something, the banks are making money on your money. The banks are trading your money. So go and own some stocks. If you just walked into Nike and you tried on a pair of Panda Dunks and you had that feeling of, I'm gonna buy myself 10 pairs of these, why would you not own a stock of Nike? Own what you wear. If you have all of the Apple products, if you have Apple headphones, AirPods, you have all of the iPhones, you have a MacBook, why would you not own stocks in Apple? If you watch Netflix, why are you not owning some part of Netflix? Own the companies that you're purchasing. If you're doing that, you're already on the ladder of wealth. Trust me. Because wealthy people own things. And you always want your money to grow. You never want your money to just sit there and be stable. That is not what we want. In our life, we always want to elevate and be better versions of ourselves. And it's the same with our money. The same with our finances. We always want them to grow. Your stock portfolio should be a lot bigger than your bank account. And now if you're a business owner or you're owning stocks, you're going to want to keep up with the world. What's going on in the world? What's driving economies? So if your stock crashes, maybe because something just happened in China or something just happened in the US economy, you know that this is just a temporary thing, or you know that maybe Apple is like completely off the market and your money in Apple is about to crash. I'm not a financial advisor. I would suggest you go and watch someone else that is heavily into stocks. I just invest in stocks. I don't know much about stocks. I know a lot about economies because I trade currency. But when it comes to stocks, I just have my money in Trading 212 and I just invest my money. And remember, there's never a time to feel ready. The time is right now. You are wealthy right now, and do the things that you have to do to get there, to be financially abundant in this real life and not just in your mind. Watch wealthy people speaking on podcasts. Look at what the wealthy do. Read books that are going to help better your mindset when it comes to the outlook and the view you have towards money. You need to really work on your paradigm, your mindset, and shift this to a positive, financially abundant mindset, not a negative, poor mindset. Some books that I would suggest that you read, that I have read, are Rich Dad Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, The Psychology of Money, The 4-Hour Work Week, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. They're like my top 5 financial books. There are so many, but I would definitely suggest having a look at those books. So what I do when reading books is I highlight my books. The key points of my books, I will highlight them. So I can give myself a study session. All of my books, I still have them, and I go back like once a week and I have a 30-minute study session. I go through one book a week that I've read and I read all of the highlighted key parts. And make sure you're taking notes and you're actually putting what this book is about and what have you learned from this book as you're reading it. Apply that knowledge that you're learning, whether it's from a podcast, a book, a course that you've brought, or whether it's from my video. Apply that knowledge. Don't wait. There's never a right time. The right time is now. You are financially abundant because you've watched this whole video through. You're ready for success. And if you're ready for that extra financial abundance, drop a comment below saying, I'm ready for financial abundance. One thing I would like to say is working for a job is good to make income, to put that into maybe your own business you're working towards, or put it towards something you're working towards. Obviously paying off your bills while you're working towards your own business, because your own business is always the way. Don't work for someone for the rest of your life, because while you're working for someone, you're actually making them rich. You want to be the rich person when it comes to working. You want to make people work for you. You don't want to work for money. You want money to work for you. The key to wealth is ownership. And remember, assets over liabilities any day. Like, I bought a car, and let me tell you, buying a car is such a liability. As soon as I bought that car, it depreciated in value. And of course, if you're buying like a Ferrari or something and you are like extremely wealthy, there are pros and cons when it comes to buying cars, but half of the time it's a liability. Even a mortgage, like buying property and like renovating properties and selling it, or buying to rent, those type of things are great. But when you just buy a mortgage, what you're actually doing, and Google the word of mortgage, it actually means till death in another language. It's because you're literally in debt for the rest of your life. If you're literally just, all your aspirations is to buy a house. That is not what the wealthy do. Most of the wealthy, they own properties, but they rent a house. That is literally what the wealthy do. Go and do your research when it comes to the things that you want, and make sure they are assets and not liabilities. Assets are things like stocks, ownership. Those businesses and those stocks, they are assets. Owning that property, they are assets. And make sure if you're owning property, you're renting it out, or you're doing something that's going to always benefit your bank account. Just remember, please, please, please do not give up. You have the ability to be whoever you want to be in this life, and you can achieve success so easily through your mind. And remember, everything happens twice. Your mindset before your reality. So work on that. Work on the way you view the world. Work on the way you view yourself. Work on the things that go into your brain. Hopefully it's positivity and not negativity, because you will be able to become financially successful extremely fast. On that note, I'm going to end out the video, and of course I'm going to finish with an affirmation. And the affirmation for today's video is, I am financially abundant. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you've taken notes, and I hope I have drilled into your head that you are successful and you are ready for financial abundance. Please, please, please don't give up when it comes to success. If you fail, keep going. Stay blessed and take care. Peace.